Hi, in this video I'm just going to explain what to expect from an emotion code session and how it works. So before I've even started the session, I always set the intention for the client to have a good emotion code session and for their subconscious to release what it's ready to release, but for optimal health and well-being and for the greatest, highest good of that person. So before we've even started the session and we've connected, I've always set that intention first. And then at the beginning of the session, I obviously have to make an energetic connection to the person so that I'm then getting answers from them and not myself. So I use muscle testing throughout the whole session, and I use it at the beginning to check that I've got the connection with that person. So I've explained muscle testing in a previous video, but I use the ring on ring method. So if I say yes, for example, my body stays strong and the connection stays strong. And if I say no, it weakens. And so at the beginning I will say, can I connect to, and then I will check, obviously I'm making this up because I'm not connected to somebody at the moment, but it should be strong. Can I connect to? Can I act as proxy for this person? Yes. Proxy just means, can I act on their behalf? And then I just ask the last question, am I connected to this person? And then once I've established a connection, my subconscious basically just parks over here, and then any answers that I'm then getting in the session are then coming from the person that I'm energetically connected to, until I make a disconnection at the end of the session. So at the end of the session I will say, can I disconnect from, and then just check that I'm back to my own connection. If I don't do that in front of you, I always do it at the end of the session when we've said goodbye. So from then on, I have an emotion code chart in front of me, and I will be using muscle testing to identify the trapped emotion that needs to be released. So I will start just by asking the question, can you show me the trapped emotion we can release in connection to whatever the issue is? And then I will identify what the trapped emotion is. And then once I've done that, I work out the age that became trapped. So again, I'm just going to show you, for example, I might say, were they over 20? Were they over 30? Okay, so they weren't over 30. Were they over 25? Okay, so between 25 and 30. Were they 25? Were they 26? Okay, so you were around 26. So once I've identified the trapped emotion and the age, I let the client know. And it's up to the client how much detail they want to tell me about what they think it might be. Sometimes they can't remember, and that's fine, because obviously some things have happened a long time ago, or even something that maybe have happened last week. I can't always remember what I've had for dinner even yesterday. So the subconscious mind though knows everything. So you don't have to consciously know or remember what that might be. Just know that we are releasing the energy of it, and the negative energy of it is going, but you don't have to know what it is. At the end of the session, I'll always send you a list of what we've released in the ages anyway. So I always think that's kind of good to just go through yourself and just see if you can think of anything, but it's not necessary. And on average, I'd say we're releasing about 20 trapped emotions, sometimes more and sometimes less. But around 20 for an adult, less for children because children are more sensitive. So I do probably around 10 for kids. And I always just check as we're going through the session that it's still safe to release these trapped emotions. So we don't want to overwhelm the subconscious. We want to just keep checking, is it still safe to release? And I get a yes or a no. Once we've come to the end of the session, or we have got a no, that's enough from the subconscious, I set the intention for the person to process what we've released easily, efficiently and peacefully. And then I just have to check the processing time. So the processing time is usually a couple of days. Everybody's different, but it's about 2-3 days. And it's the time that it takes the body to just process what we've released. So energetically we've released it and it's gone. But some of these emotions and negative energies have been with us for a long time, and so it just takes the body a little bit of time to adjust and settle. So during that processing time, a small amount of people might notice that they feel a little bit more tired or a bit more emotional, or they might maybe have some vivid dreams. Some people don't notice anything, but there is, I'd say about 20% of people do notice just feeling more tired. So just kind of be aware of that and just look after yourself a little bit more during the processing time. And after the processing time, hopefully you'll just feel a bit lighter and a bit less burdened. With any kind of healing work, there's always just layers and layers that we can just keep going on. Sometimes you might identify one trapped emotion which really has such a big impact on how you feel, and other times it's kind of several, and the more we do, the more we release, the better you feel. So that's basically what happens in a session, and I hope I've explained it well enough for you. But if you've got any questions, please let me know, and thank you for watching.